place to eat.
Okay, well,
But his dad would always get the skinniest, poorest cows and calves and then fatten them up. And he could go to the fence and call to them.
so he'd flip it like a house.
He'd flip it. And he would go to the fence and call, just like he would call a dog. And they would come to the fence. And he had bought this blind mother cow and her calf, who was not blind. But the cow and calf would get separated, and you would hear all the time, she was trying to find her. And so when Jerry's dad died, you know, at different times you would hear the calf and cow moaning sound. And so Jerry's mother said, we've got to do something, boys, with those cattle. And she said, I can't stand it. And Stevie said, that's fine, Mommy. Come on, Frank, we'll take you to the stockyard. And so they got out in the field to catch the cow, because the cow was blind, but the calf wasn't. So they thought, you know, if they put a rope on the calf, I guess the cow would follow closer. And so anyhow, out in the field was also a pond. And so they got a rope on the calf, I believe, for a little bit, and then they decided they'd rather have the cow, so they roped her. Well, she was blind, and she dragged them through the pond, each of them. And so they finally got them in the truck, and both of them, and she would bell her, kick the sides of the truck. It was like a cattle truck, wooden sides. Well, they got about almost to the stockyard, and they ran out of gas. And Steve, called Jerry and said, what are you doing? He said, waiting on you to get back. Said, you know, this is Dad's funeral. And he said, we've run out of gas. And we're out here on the Lebanon Road, and he said, that cow has drug us through that pond. He said, we're so muddy and dirty. He said, even our friends, said several of them passed by, and all they did was laugh. Said, we need gas. And Jerry said, well, okay, what do you want me to do? And he said, go out to the shed and get the gas can and come on out here to Lebanon Road. Well, of course, he went to get the gas can, and there was no gas in it, of course. So he had to stop and get gas. Well, in order to get gas, he had to pass them. And there they stood. They were muddy from the top of their head to their feet. And he couldn't hardly drive for laughing. He did slow down, roll the window down. Steve said, hurry, get that gas and come back. So they did. He did all that, but he was laughing the whole time. And got it in the truck, and so off they went. And they were still gone, probably another 30 minutes. And they came in, and Jerry's mom was at the table. We were all sitting at the kitchen table waiting for them. And Jerry's mother said, well, Stevie, honey, did you get that cow and calf to the stock market? He said, don't worry, Mom. There'll be a Big Mac by dark.